but we're skipping over the fact that this roommate roamed around naked.
Oh.
Hey, Messy!
I'm Megan.
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Taylor, and welcome back
Sorry.
to our good old podcast.
Can you tell it's like the last month of school?
I know. We're all like, I think we're all like mitts, like crashing out, I think.
Yeah.
No, but in today's episode, speaking of school, we're going to be talking about roommates, roommate horror stories, how to be a good roommate. That's what we're going to be talking about today.
Diving into.
Which is going to be fun and exciting. We have a couple, to start us off, we have a couple of roommate horror stories, which good old Kayla has cooked up for us. We asked some of y'all on our Instagram to give us good, roommate horror stories, and oh boy, are there a couple good ones. So yeah, we're going to get started with that, get going. And
right.
yeah, you go ahead, you start us off.
From contestant number 1.
Love that.
My freshman year roommate roamed around naked and had intestinal worms.
My question is, how does she know she had intestinal worms?
She probably told
How do
her.
you find that out?
She probably told her.
I
How do
gotta
you find that out?
look. I have been in the medical field. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
What
like
is it?
what?
I thought.
But also, the intestinal worms is important. But we're skipping over the fact that this roommate roamed around naked.
Oh.
Guys,
Guys. Over that part.
Guys, in my opinion, that might be a little worse.
Yeah.
And then the combo of the fact that they roamed around naked.
You can fix worms. You can't fix
walk
someone
around
running around naked.
My question is like, did they do it while you were in the room? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, huh? Are we talking like, I'm assuming freshman roommate means like you were in a dorm. Roaming around naked in your dorm is crazy work.
But at the same time, like, if you don't really know that person, why are you going around naked?
Bro, just like put on like something, dude. Like,
Yeah, like you can be comfortable with someone, but that's too comfortable.
naked's crazy.
I'm just putting it like the worst case
Scenario, they're literally
Yeah,
like butt naked.
Naked.
All out.
Yeah, I would take it as like naked.
Bro,
Nothing but the breeze.
I hope you got out.
I do too.
I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
Newsflash, don't do that.
I hope you didn't get worms.
I know that's the other thing. Can we talk about the word? Like, how did
Hey.
how did they get intestinal? What is this?
So,
Ew. That's so yucky.
oh, it's like a tapeworm.
Yeah.
Oh. That's why I'm not in the medical field anymore. So a common parasite that can affect humans and animals.
Mhm.
They can range
How do you
in
get
size
them?
from tiny to over 3.
Is it
Yeah, I
Is it
think
like
it's like in your like
food?
food and water.
That's bad. Bless
But-
your heart.
Yeah, I hope you're
I
okay.
hope
Yeah.
you're okay. I hope you don't have worms.
I hope you have better roommates now. If you do
Yeah.
have
I
roommates,
really hope you don't have worms.
yeah, that would be tragic.
Yeah.
What would we rate that roommate experience out of a 10? 10 being worst.
Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
I'd say a 9.
That's
I mean,
pretty
it's
good.
bad,
Yeah.
but I know there's probably worse
more.
out there.
Yeah. I would go with a 9 too.
Yeah.
Maybe even an 8. But like, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but
Yeah.
8 or 9.
I'd say good, like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
'Cause I've unfortunately heard worse. So.
Yeah. Hope you're okay though.
Yeah. Next story, round 2.
Okay, you ready?
I'm excited.
Freshman year of college, I had a roommate who had the worst body odor problem I've ever encountered. He stank up the room so badly you could smell it from the hallway with the door closed. I asked the RA to talk to him after I did and failed. Needless to say, nobody would go into my room, and he never left, and I was rarely there. When I would spray Lysol to clear a somewhat breathable path to my bed, where I would sleep completely covered to avoid the smell. Turns out it was a good thing I did spray all that lice spray. It may have saved me. He told me, you ready? He told me right before the end of the year that he had tuberculosis the entire last half of the year, but he didn't want to tell me. First off, if you have tuberculosis, how are you on campus?
Yeah, you have to get vaccinated for that.
Also, like, how did he function? And how did the
Yeah,
roommate not
tuberculosis
tell
is
you
not-
didn't? Because I've had whooping cough before, and like that'll knock you out.
Tuberculosis is worse.
Yeah.
Y'all,
It's-
I had an instance. So I used to work at the urgent care, and we had some lady come in and she was having like a really bad cough and all this. Well, we saw on her x-ray, we were like, wait, like that looks like tuberculosis, and we just did a breathing treatment on her, and we're like, we just probably spread this to everybody and everywhere. And so we had to do like a whole thing, but ended up she didn't have tuberculosis, thank goodness.
Oh my gosh.
She previously had it.
Ah.
But it was just scarring, but it's scary. Like tuberculosis is like a big thing.
Yeah. That's not something you don't tell your roommate you don't have.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Like, even my roommate and I freshman year, like, I ended up getting double pink eye. And, like, I was like, hey, girl, like, I have double pink eye. And I cleaned, like, everything just to make sure she, like, didn't get sick or anything. Like, it's just, like, common decency. Like, it ain't that hard.
Maybe she had it out for you if she farted on your pillows.
Yeah. No, that's bad. Also, the whole, like, BO thing.
Oh,
It being so, here's my thing.
So potent that you have
It's
to.
so bad that it's just like constant and you can't even sit in the room, not even near them, without smelling it is crazy. Like, I can't, like, that's a new level.
Did he shower?
Right. Like, how can it be that bad? I don't think I've ever been around anyone to where their BO was so bad to where you were, like, in a big room and you could still smell them. Like, sometimes it happens to where, like, you're next to them and sure, but, like, the fact that the RA talked to them and still nothing changed, that might be a crime.
Jail, guilty.
Yeah. I think that's just, like, actually maybe a medical condition that person needs to get checked out.
Yeah.
I think if it gets that excessive...
2 medical conditions they need to get checked out.
Also, you mean to tell me, like, no one in your life before, like, high school or anything, or, like, your parents didn't tell said person that they had, like, terrible BO?
My biggest fear is smelling bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So.
Like...
Queen, do you have one?
Yes, that's what I was looking for. This story says, this wasn't an interview, this was in college, but it's too good not to mention. My RA comes in and tells me my new roommate is going to be late because he's getting out of prison today, and they don't know when he will be dropped off. And an hour later, she comes back and tells me that he's going to be even more late because after he was dropped off, he got in a taxi and went to get a tattoo. When he first showed up, he ripped off his shirt because the barbed wire tattoo that spelled "crime does pay" was hurting him. I got an apartment that week.
What? Yeah, how was that even allowed? How was that person even allowed to, like, get into college if they just got out of jail?
Yeah, I'm confused.
I don't know.
I also would have gotten an apartment that week. That's terrifying. I'm also curious what crime this person committed. Doesn't say.
This user did not say.
Oh.
Get in college.
I think you can get in college with,
I think you get, yeah.
But
so
it's just, like, right after?
After, yeah.
Like, you get out of jail and you're like, time to move into my freshman year dorm. That's terrifying. Speaking of all those terrible horror stories, we're now going to give tips on how to be a good roommate. Because, I'm sorry, it's not that difficult.
No.
It's really not that hard.
It's really simple. I mean, I guess, like, I've been staying with my boyfriend a lot lately, and I guess, he'd probably be my roommate, but, like, just picking up, like...
It's not that. I feel like
cleaning up after yourself should not be as difficult.
It's not. Yeah.
The biggest complaint I've ever, even from my experience, from most people I hear, like, from roommates, is just, like, cleanliness. And here's my thing. I've always said this. I know for a fact I am a clean freak. I am an extreme clean freak. It's a problem. Like, if my room is even slightly messy, it stresses me out. I'm aware of this. I don't expect other people around me to also be clean freaks. But there is a limit.
Yeah.
And when it comes to just, like, leaving all of your shit everywhere, having trash, and not even having the decency of, like, also, like, if you share a bathroom and not having the decency of, like, doing your part to clean the bathroom, it's just, like,
It's
I
a
don't
shared
know.
space, so,
Yeah.
like, you're not just, like,
It's not just you.
impacting yourself. Like, you have to
It's
consider
others.
that there's someone
Yeah.
else living there, too.
Like I
Yeah,
said.
and even, like, going off of, like, cleanly habits and all of that, like, having a clean space is gonna, like, boost your motivation and, like, make you feel more productive. Like, it's like little things that you can do for
Right.
yourself and for others around you that you don't realize, like, oh, this actually makes me feel good. Like,
Right.
living in a dirty space, like, not only can that affect you, but it can affect your roommate and your roommate's perceptions about you. So let's think about that.
Yeah, like I said, not everyone's a clean freak, and that's okay. Like, if things
Right.
get rough, a little bit of, like, clutter every once in a while is fine. Like, it's whatever. It's really not that big of a deal. We're human. But when you're leaning towards the part of just, like, absolute, like, trash being
And-
everywhere and, like, not doing your dishes.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think that could be also, like, maybe that person has, like, a mental health, like,
Oh, for sure. Which, like, is fine.
yeah.
But you have to, like, you have
Communicate,
to
I feel
communicate that with
so.
your roommate. Like, that's the other thing is, like, communication. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, with me being, like, I'm really weird. Sometimes I like cleaning. And so when me and my roommate lived together freshman year, I always cleaned the bathroom just because, like, I preferred doing it. And I liked knowing that, like, it was done and I would do it. Like, and I was fine with that. Like, I didn't care. And I would always vacuum and mop the floors as well. Like, that's just, I liked doing it because I was weird. I'm like a little old grandma vacuuming her driveway in the middle of the morning. So it's just, but you just have to communicate that stuff and be willing to do certain stuff like that. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know how people, like, move out and just, like, not be able to, like, function and
Yeah.
not know basic cleaning habits. So that's my one tip for people going, like, into college. And if you're going to move in with someone is, like, please learn how to clean.
And cook.
Well,
and cook.
I feel like,
Cooking's not that
too,
hard.
yes,
It's
but
really not.
I feel like, too, like, before you move in with that individual, or, like, whenever, like, if you get assigned, like, I haven't ever lived in, like, on campus or in a dorm or anything like that, but if you get assigned to, like, a roommate or something, like, at least communicate, like, set out, like, basic rules.
Yeah.
Like, don't, like, just communicate it through.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that could help you guys in the long run and avoid
Yes.
any conflicts in the future, but that's just how my perspective on things.
Yeah. It's literally just communication.
Yeah.
And I promise you'll be okay.
Yeah, they're not gonna bite.
No.
No.
And if they don't like it, toodaloo.
Yeah. Also, I think another problem is a lot of people assume they have to be, like, become best friends with a roommate. You also
Yeah.
don't have to do that.
I
Like-
happen to, but not
Yeah.
everyone does.
Exactly.
That's like good graces.
Like, sometimes it's okay to just, like, be roommates, be
You
cordial.
can coexist. Like, share the
coexist.
space
Yeah.
nicely.
Did you know your roommate before going in?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You
We were
guys
like
just-
we were a random pairing that ended up like really working out, but
Yeah.
a lot of like the random pairings are where like the horror stories come from.
Yeah.
So,
Were you scared?
yeah, I think we both were definitely like scared coming from.
Because she's from out of state.
Yeah,
and-
she's from out of state, and she had a not great roommate experience prior to living with me, and so she was worried about like getting dropped off with someone like she doesn't know again. I was like, I've never lived with anyone outside of my family, and I come from a bigger family, so we were both very much like, I don't know, like worried about how it was going to be, and it took a couple months, and now we're joined at the hip.
Love that woman.
We go everywhere.
Yeah, like
together.
how I see you two, like you guys are like peas in a pod now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whenever you guys like moved in and everything, like were you like
We
completely
were quieter
different?
around each other. Yeah, we were quieter around each other. We kind of just gave each other like the space to like figure out our dynamic, and we definitely didn't expect to become like as close as we are now. But like we like gave each other space because she was coming from a not great roommate situation, so I didn't want to be like
Yeah.
suffocating her. I'm like, you know, she came from something that was not good at all, and so we just kind of like let it happen on its
Naturally.
own.
Yeah.
Didn't try to force anything. I think
Thanks.
we're good.
Thanks for coming to this episode. It was a good time talking about roommates. Looking forward to our next and, unfortunately,
Final
last episode
Last episode, but it's gonna be a fun
It's
one.
gonna be a fun one.
We're gonna have a lot of
So,
fun. We're
yes.
gonna go out with a
with a bang.
Yep.
big old party.
Yes.
So it'll be a fun one. We're excited. Thank you for coming to this episode, and hopefully you guys can now be good roommates. So
Don't be a messy roommate.
no.
Yes.
Dang, that was clean.
my God.
You like that?
I did like
was
it.
so on theme.
Wow. That was good. That was good. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.